Going into 2020, we are expecting growth across all of our gateways, both in the airport and in our maritime side, especially for our cruise industry. COVID really stopped everything. We had to reassess all of our priorities. We had to really look at our core businesses and go back to basics.
We have continued providing essential services to our fishing industries, to our marinas. We figured out how to keep providing those services 24/7.
We had to meet the needs for our customers. And one of the needs that emanated from this pandemic was that we had to restore their confidence. And we basically worked as a team to ensure, as I said, that we put measures in place to make this airport even safer and even healthier than it was before, so we could help to restore the confidence of the passengers who wanted to travel.
Probably the biggest thing for me was keeping people employed, having as many jobs available as possible. The construction that we do throughout our Economic Development Division provides thousands of jobs for the region. When we saw early in the pandemic that the rest of the construction industry was shutting down, for us to continue to invest in our projects kept people employed.
I like that I'm building something positive for the community, for those people that need the help right now.
So by May of 2020, we saw that unemployment rate for the youth in South King County was as high as 40%. And some of what we've done with the help of our commissioner's attention is to launch the Youth Opportunity Motion, where we were able to provide $1.5 million in South King County to the youth 16 to 24 years old.
It was really important to me to provide those opportunities for the kids.
While COVID may have dominated the headlines this year, there was an extraordinary amount of work going on behind the scenes. One of them was the restoration of the T117 park area along the Duwamish River. And not only was that an opportunity to advance some environmental goals, but it also involved an extraordinary amount of community engagement with the people of the Duwamish Valley that culminated at the end of the year in the renaming of 6 of those parks that were names chosen by the community for those green spaces.
This is an opportunity for the community to be honored as stakeholders in the cleanup process for the river.
I really believe the future success of the maritime business is based on sustainability, equity, and then, of course, innovation to make those two things happen at once while we're successful.
We're developing an innovation center. We've had an accelerator program to bring people from all over the country to come to work with the embedded expertise we have throughout the maritime sector.
We partner with this accelerator program because it made sense. Strategically, the industry and the stakeholders and the sponsors are really, they understand this space.
In April, the Port Commission approved the contract to start buying renewable natural gas. And this RNG contract that we signed gets us to our 2030 goal 10 years early.
We cannot sit back and allow these kinds of injustices to continue. Something needed to change. We had to take steps immediately to begin to review and evaluate our practices here.
We met with every single employee resource group in the port. We had caucusing. We had conversations with leadership and executive leaders within the port. And so it was a very bottom-up approach, and I'm very, very proud of that.
We established an Office of Equity, and we began to apply an equity lens now to virtually everything we do here at the port.
I'm really proud that the Port of Seattle is now seen as an effective and critical leader in doing race and equity work.
So we've had successes and we've made progress despite all these challenges that we faced.
The focus was always on passengers, it was always on employees, it was always on the general public, and that's what we're here to do.
I'm really looking forward to the economic recovery, but doing it in a better way.
You know, our mission is to stimulate economic growth, and so I knew that we would have an outsized role in contributing to this recovery, and I'm extremely proud of what we've done thus far to stimulate that.
I have to say the Port has managed this extremely well, and I became most impressed with our employees at every level.
We have a big role to play, and our workers are essential, and I'm excited for the Port to continue in that leadership role.
So we need to make sure that we're doing our part, both internally and in the way we interact with the community.
I think the Port of Seattle can be a catalyst in that opportunity for shared prosperity in our region. I look forward to leading on that.
As an organization, we're better equipped, we're more resilient, and we're ready to go to work.